Oh, okay. Over to yeah. All right. Welcome to our what is it? Third, I believe, third ever anime club. Yep. All right. So this is for fall and winter. So it's the fall, the one that just passed the season. We're going to go over it and a overview for next season. I don't think has actually started yet technically because I haven't seen anything new up. So let's just go ahead. All right. So just nothing special. Just gonna leave it in idle so we can do it like in one shot. All right. So starting off with 16-bit sensation, another layer. This one started off weird. Like it started off okay, then it got weird. I'm not gonna lie. So to just summarize it. So main girl here, right, gets sent back in time, and like she likes working on games and stuff, shoujo games, and then the first 3 episodes are that. Then it starts getting a little bit weird, and then there's like some more sci-fi stuff involved. And then she changes the future and messes it up, and yeah. Overall, it was okay. I kind of enjoyed it. The last few episodes did throw me off a bit, and maybe not that good, but I'd give it a 7. It wasn't too. It was technically second season, or I guess it'd be like the second arc of Arc Knights. So aired last season. It was, oh man, it was really good. Having Frost Nova and some of the other stuff, it was good. Really liked it. I can't wait for the next one. I think they might have announced that there's that one was also good. I did skip out on this one. My new boss is goofy. It just, I don't know, it didn't really interest me, so I just skipped it. Bucky, I'm gonna watch Beyblade. This one, my Protocol Rain. Okay, so weird thing that happened this season, right? We have a few like animes that are like, there's 2 of like certain animes, right? Like there was 2 isekais, there was 2 game animes, there was 2 like Lolly gets in a situation where she has to fake stuff kind of animes. Yeah, so this is one of those, the gaming ones, right? So this one's about an esports like type thing, but the thing is, they actually play like, it looks like an actual game. It's not like just look, they're playing game, and it's like just like an animation essentially. I have my gripes with this one, considering the animation was a little bit mediocre and the plot was a little not so good, and like I don't know, it was just very meh. It wasn't bad, but it wasn't really good, so I'd give it a meh. I'd probably give it maybe a 6. I forgot how much I gave it on MAL, but this is the one game anime, and it was not good. But I'll give it props that it actually showed an actual game. People were saying it was like a ripoff of CS:GO and Valorant and stuff, and yeah, it was pretty derpy looking, but I mean, better than it just being a quote-unquote game and not actually. Bona didn't watch. Oh, I like this one. The My Daughter Left the Nest and Returned as an S-Rank Adventure. I think this one got announced for a second core, I believe, or a second season. I could be wrong, but this one was also pretty good. I thought this one's gonna be like, oh, it's your typical boring fantasy like crap, but no, it was a little different. So I'm just gonna like summarize it. So main girl is raised by this guy. She's found in the woods, and her father, Belgrieve, raises her up, teaches her how to do stuff, and then she's like, all right, I'm gonna leave, and she like leaves at like when she was like 15, and she becomes a S-rank adventurer, and she's actually really powerful. Nothing too spectacular, really. It was mostly just like a pretty streamlined story. I'd give it probably an 8. Pretty fair. I did enjoy it, and I hope it does get a second season, because there's some stuff that just kind of didn't get answered. So, hoping for a second season. Right, Berserker of Gluttony. Okay, so this one started out pretty good. It started out like it hooked me. Story's interesting. The whole like with stuff going on with the character is interesting. World, a little boring. And then the last like 2 or 3 episodes, I'm not gonna lie, I feel like I blacked out. They just kind of, it happened, but it was just, it just kind of dropped off because the story didn't really go too far. Like they got to a certain spot and that's it. It's kind of like one of those, since it's a light novel, I'm pretty sure this was just advertised line. They just leave it off. Like they do that a lot. I get it, but it was enjoyable. I get it. The characters were actually pretty nice. Weren't like too generic, I guess. Beat Project didn't watch. All right. So I misread this last time. It's not Ballbuster, despite it being by Studio Nut. It is not Ballbuster. It is Bullbuster. I watched about 3 or 4 episodes of this and then completely forgot about it. The characters are so boring. Especially this guy. I hate this guy. He's so annoying. It just, the CG was really bad. The story was boring and the characters were not interesting. So I just kind of dropped it without even remembering it was. So yeah, it's like there's an island where there's these like creatures, these monsters show up. They're like mutations of monsters or animals on the island. And well, they go and they exterminate them. They find out later on that like something's mutating them or whatever, and that's where I stopped. I just couldn't continue it. It was so boring. I dropped it. So I wouldn't recommend it because it was just ugh. Oh, okay. So this was the gimmicky one of this season. This one was technically an isekai. It is this dude voiced by the voice actor that voices Kirito, which makes it hilarious. Gets reincarnated as a pig, and then this girl's taking care of him. I dropped this one about 7 episodes in because not only had the whole thing worn off, like the oh, this guy's a pig kind of thing just kind of wore off, like the novelty of it, but the story was just boring me. Like they have to get to the capital because like her like they're called Yethmas. They after a certain age they go and like to the capital to, I forgot, to die or something. Or become slaves. I don't remember. It was something stupid. And I don't know, dude. I just couldn't keep up with it. It was just so It was really just turning me off. And yeah, the whole like pig sort of thing really starts to die off in the first 2 episodes, 3 episodes, and after that it's just like, okay, yeah, I get it. It was funny the first time, but it ruined it for me. So I just dropped it. I said Dark Gathering I wasn't gonna continue because I just couldn't keep up with it. Now, Dead Mount Death Play second core I really enjoyed. Compared to the first one, this turned everything up by to 11. It was so good, and it made this one of the more enjoyable anime of the season, like altogether. It's a reverse isekai. And it's kind of like supernatural, which I usually don't really like too well. But the way they did it on this one, handled it really good. And I don't think it has anything planned for a second season. Like, I don't think it left off of like, oh yeah, it's a cliffhanger or anything. It just kind of stopped in a good place. It could continue, but it stopped in an okay place. Death Mount Death Play definitely would recommend it. Give this one a 9. Oh man. Family Circumstances of the Irregular Witch. Okay, so I didn't finish this one. I still need to watch one more episode. I forgot about it. This one's just a little slice of life fantasy comedy. It wasn't anything special. I can't really say much about it. If you enjoy those types of anime, they're like kind of chill, kind of like cutesy stuff, then yeah, I'd recommend this one. Other than that, I just kind of forgot about the last episode. Dr. Stone's New World second core. Weird. I thought this was the first core. Huh. Okay, so it's Dr. Stone. What can I say? Dr. Stone is good. It's really good. And there's a movie, I believe, planned after that. Let me check the headlines. Yeah, Science Future, the final anime season. Okay, so it's a movie. Okay. It just concluded the second thing. It just it keeps surprising me the way that's going. Like, I'm so invested in this world and how Senku does that it was just take a quick drink. Like the whole meme of like, oh yeah, we're gonna create something out of like these things. Like it just it just gets off the rails. Okay, I'm gonna spoil it a little bit. At one point, they created RC cars and even drones, which is hilarious. I don't know how anything worked, but they did it. It was just fun. Duel Master, don't know what that is. Feel so I didn't see that. Goblin Slayer 2. Okay, compared to the first season, I feel like they turned it down a little bit. Like there were some parts where it was mostly just like story stuff going on, but they weren't as creative with like the goblin kills and stuff. So I would give this a lower rating than the, but it was mostly story, less focused on like Goblin Slayer, more on like the world. So I don't know if there's anything after planned. Probably not. Probably a movie because I haven't actually seen Goblin's Crown. Yeah, I don't know. I didn't like this one as much as the first one. It is by a different studio, I believe. This one was Linden Films. The other one was White. But it was Goblin Slayer. It's good. Nothing too. All right, the Kingdoms of Ruin. All right, I have my gripes with this one. Yeah, I put Berserker of Glenny and this one in the same category of like sort of not revengey kind of things, but it's like main character is sort of like a bit torn, and then he has his main girl. Although Berserker of Glenny, main guy was not a prick and he treated girl actually pretty good. This one is the guy just wants to kill humanity, and main girl is kind of dumb. And actually, everybody's kind of dumb in this. It started off okay. The first 2 episodes, 3 I would say even, were like, oh okay, it's getting a bit spicy with the whole revenge aspect. All right, and then it just turns into like, okay, this just went downhill. Makes no sense. Yeah, I didn't enjoy this one. I'd give this one maybe a 6. It starts off like, oh, humanity bad. Okay, yeah, I have seen that. Okay, then it's like, oh, witches good. But then it turns out, oh, the witches are kind of like, they're not really giving you all the truth. Okay, and then he kills them, and then like, I'm gonna get my revenge, and then it just, you see where it keeps bouncing back and forth, and the guy's just, he's just insufferable. I don't like this guy. He's kind of evil, I'd say. And then main girl is like the, oh, I can fix some type of girl, and oh, no, please stop. I hate those types of characters. He was the worst. So yeah, I didn't enjoy that one. Elk. This was I actually finished this one today, I think. I missed that they uploaded 2 episodes last week. I think I talked about this one last season, that this one's actually really good. It started off like, oh, this is kind of goofy, and then it's like, oh, wow, it's actually something very serious. It's like taking a whole turn. The thing is, it ended, and I feel like there's gonna be something after it, because even after 24 episodes, it just kind of left. It didn't finish. It just left off on like, all right, we'll finish this next time, and like it just kind of cut off there. But it was good. It was good. It had some good like arcs in between that I really enjoyed. Story pacing was also pretty. I just wish they would have finished it. If they're gonna do something after this, then all right. But overall, Elk. This is the first one of the Lolly gets into a situation where she has to bullcrap it kind of thing. I'm not gonna lie, I was kind of on and off about this one. I was like sleeping through it. Yeah. The whole thing based on this one is that like they're in a continent where they constantly have to wage war, but they don't die. Like you'll die, but you can get revived because of like the core that's under the country or something like the thing. But then the plot just started kind of just going downhill after like the first few episodes. Actually, it's not even really finished. It does still need one more episode. But this one was okay. It was nothing special. It was alright. So I'm only gonna give it that. The plot kind of non-existent. This one was the kind of feel-good kind of anime of. what do you call it? Slice of life. Cute girls doing cute things. An alien girl lands on Earth without not really remembering how she got there or anything. Meets main girl here, which is super shy, super socially like not awkward, but like kind of like Komi-san is, right? And they become friends and they get more friends. And the whole thing is that they want to build a rocket to go to space. So they start building little rockets like this, and they enter like little competitions and stuff. So it's kind of about that too. Overall, it's what it's advertised as, right? It is supernatural, and it is just kind of like school life and comedy kind of thing with the whole like rocket club aspect to it. It was nice. It was calming, you know, compared to like some of the other more bloody stuff that was going. Yeah, it was a nice change of pace. So if you like that kind of like cutesy stuff, then yeah, I'd give this one a shot. It does say it was Yuri, but like it wasn't really any Yuri. I think After School Hanako, actually I think I completely skipped this one because I didn't even see it air. Or it might have been there's 4 episodes, but I don't ever remember seeing it anywhere, so kind of skip. Alright. Eminence in Shadow. This is probably the heavy hitter by everyone else's list, not mine. Because personally, I didn't really like it too much. However, I have the right to change my opinion on anime. The second season was way more fun and way more enjoyable than the first one. It is an absolute dork, and it is hilarious. the whole like thing in the first one was like he's doing stuff, but he's only like he thinks everyone else is like playing his pretend act with him. In this one, everything just happens without him even realizing it's happening, and it's freaking hilarious. I did change my opinion about Eminence and Shadow. It was actually pretty good, but only the second season. The first one's still kind of eh. But yeah, it's that's all I'm gonna say without really spoiling. It's just fun. Oh, did I talk about this one when I went over the first roundup? Because I might have seen the previews for it. Okay, I saw the previews for this one and absolutely despised it. It's 3D for one, which is already okay. Kind of okay. Not a lot of... Usually those don't have a lot of effort put into them. But that shouldn't be enough to throw you off, right? Well, I watched the previews and they were bad. And I didn't even give this a shot. And I heard nobody talk about it. So, yeah, I guess that's fair. That one didn't actually... That one wasn't too well. Rate a 7, though, but I don't think that's true. Forbidden Deductions I didn't watch. Okay, so this is one of 2 harem anime that aired this. Okay, so I did watch the first season of this, and I did watch the second season. How? I have no idea. So I'm gonna preface this by saying that everybody in this anime very dumb, very stupid. Hard R word here. I haven't seen people this dumb, characters this dumb in a very, especially the main guy. So yeah, it ended as well as it started. Just 4 girls trying to get with one guy, and the guy's kind of okay with it. And it's dumb. It's dumb, dude. I get there's not supposed to be a plot, right? But like, what even is this? Like, who is this for? Is this for just lonely people that want to like project themselves as a harem protagonist? It's not even funny. Half of the comedy is like, is this girl like doing something illegal to get with the main character? Really? The second season completely forgot about her. She just has like 2 lines. The main girl he's supposed to be with is just brainless. And other girls always like, oh, I want to be him, but I can't interfere with my best friend. And that's the whole thing. The whole 12 episodes is that. And it was just, ugh. Please don't make a 3rd season. Please do not make a 3rd season. Please. We had enough. Right. Our dating started, they experienced you and they experienced me. Okay, so this one was pure, I want to say this one was pure romance. And it was actually really nice. I get the joke of like, oh, a virgin kun here doesn't know how to like be in a relationship or whatever. But it's like, okay, nobody does. And he's learning, and it's actually kind of nice. Okay, so this one did have a few moments where I was sort of like, like like jumping between both of like I not really liking where this is going, but it's like this is not too bad. Mainly around the middle where there was some sort of misunderstanding stuff going on, but then they cleared it up right away in the same episode, so like that kind of reverted. So I'm like, okay, that's good. Because I hate when they do that, where it's like, oh, there's a very obvious misunderstanding that could just be fixed if one person listened to the other one, and like it goes on for like 2 or 3 episodes. I hate when they do that in romance. This one cleared up pretty fast, so I didn't mind. Okay. Overall, if you want just romance, like very young romance, like this is pretty good. And main girl is like the new Marin. I didn't watch that. Didn't watch that. Okay. So these two are the two like harem stuff. Okay. So the 100 girlfriends who really love you. I went into this thinking, okay, this is gonna be dumb. This is just gonna be romance and stuff, harem, your typical crap. And I was right, it was. But the comedy in this is top tier. And the characters actually kind of okay. You have your stereotypical like tropey characters, right? But the way they do go about it is pretty funny, pretty nice. Compared to the other one, right? Where you have characters that are just dumb. This one, it's like, they're not really, I wouldn't say they're dumb, but they're very like set on their trope. Like you have the tsundere girl, tsundere the whole way. The quiet girl's quiet all the way. The one that's very quiet and serious, like that. It stays like that, but it's funny the way they go about like how he acquires each of them and how he goes. So if you want an actual good harem romance comedy, don't watch this one. Watch the 100 Girlfriends. It's actually funny. Yes, there is some ecchi in it. That was pretty questionable, but overall pretty fun compared to this. This was absolute trash. This was top tier, and no, I'm not joking about it. Oh man, I forgot this had a second season. Oh, this doesn't even have a rating. Oh man, let me see. Oh wow, yeah, this doesn't even have a rating, dude. What? And there's no news about it. Yeah. I was hoping this one would crash and burn. I was probably right. Yeah. You get for trying to sell people NFTs. Sorry, personal stuff. Alright. I'm giving the Disgraced Noble Lady Receiver crash course and nutty. No, it is not actually ecchi and stuff. It's actually kind of slice of life comedy. And this one was really fun. Watching them fall for each other and get to that towards the end. Oh, spoiler. It's fun. The whole way is fun. The characters were all fun. The situations, everything was really good. So this one's just that. It's rare that I kind of like have a rom-com that's like, oh, I enjoyed it the whole way through. But this one was just that. This one was also like another palate cleanser compared to the some of the other ones. Giving the Disgraced Noble Lady Risk Crash Course, probably give this one a 9. I did not watch the Apothecary Diaries, dude. I did not. It just looks good, but I had so much stuff to watch. I was overwhelmed. I did not watch it. I don't know if I ever will either. Alright, Asian Magus' Bride Season 2 Part 2. I did watch, and compared to the Part 1, this one just kind of upped the stakes even more. And I did like that this one had a proper conclusion. They might have had a new it might have a next part after, because it feels like it did end, but it ended just like in this storyline. But I feel like there's gonna be more, because I think the Academy, it feels like there's more to the Academy than they let on at first. So yeah, if you watch the previous seasons, you're gonna enjoy this one. Obviously, if you're new, go watch the first season and then come back. I did talk about Firefighter Daigo, Rescue in Orange. I did say this one wasn't for me, so I just dropped it I think I dropped it at the first episode. Like, it's good, it looks good, and it's very serious and stuff about it, but it's not for me, so I didn't continue. Same with Mof Ghost. Yes, I'm gonna keep calling it Mof Ghost, because I think this is just a spiritual successor to Initial D, and yeah, I didn't obviously watch. I watched one episode, I was like, it's interesting. I did not watch Mickey to Dolly either, because like I said, I was overwhelmed. So yeah, the story seems a bit like almost horror-esque. So I didn't. Oh, Seven Deadly Sins. Nope, not watching that crap. Uh, Ojo to Banken-kun. I don't know if I talked about this when we did the recap last time, but I didn't like the way this one was going. It was a bit, I'm not gonna, it was a bit creepy. Like yeah, I guess sometimes you have like sort of like characters that are like not really the same age and interacting, but the way this guy goes about it is freaking weird. Right? Like this guy's like his 20s and she's 15, and he's very obviously trying to get with her. It's just I didn't like it. I didn't like the way they were gonna interact. Watch like 3 episodes of this. Yeah, I would not recommend. It's just weird. Overtake. I shall survive using potions. Very simple title. So this one's an isekai. I think this is one of only 2 isekais this whole time. Which is strange, right? I thought there was gonna be more isekais. There were a lot of fantasy, but not a lot of isekai this season. So very simple plot. The main girl here gets reincarnated, and the goddess gives her like, okay, so what do you want as your like power? Oh, I want to have the power to make any potion I want in any container I want. And that's how like that's kind of the gimmick of it. And she's pretty smart about how she goes about doing things. There is some stuff where it's like for example, in one instance, she makes like a very OP carriage that's supposed to be the container to a potion. It's, okay, that's just cheating the system, but I'll allow it. But yeah, pretty simple. This is like very average with the little tacked on thing of the whole potion stuff. But it wasn't bad by any means. It was very colorful, and the story was okay. So yeah, this was also a sort of palate cleanse. That was pretty good. Ragna Crimson. This one's not actually over yet because it's gonna have a core continuing in like 2 weeks from now. So this one's technically not done. But I did talk about Ragna Crimson. It did hook me, and I stayed hooked the whole time. The whole how they're trying to like fight the dragons and stuff is pretty interesting. It did sort of slow down the last few episodes, and I wasn't really like paying too much attention because of it. But I'm still on the hype train for this one. Not really much else to say about that. Real Romanesque. Dude, I didn't watch it, but it was weird because I only saw 2 episodes go up. So I feel like they forgot about that. The Faraway Paladin. I am so sad that I could not watch it. I was over because the first season was it was a sleeper hit for me, and I just forgot about it. And this one was it came at a very bad time where I was overwhelmed. I might come back to it sometime, but no guarantees. Second season of The Saint's magic is omnipotent, though, on the other hand. I did continue because I love Sei. I will spoil it, obviously, so if you haven't watched it, just close your ears and your eyes, leave, and then come back. She gets together with Commander Hawk finally, and it was lovely. Compared to the first season, I feel like in this one, since she had more of a handling on the situation that was going on, she was able to do stuff more properly, and that was mostly it was very tame. It wasn't much like too much drama going. There was some like sort of high stakes stuff that was supposed to happen, and it just kind of like, oh, they resolved it like really fast. But obviously, if you watched the first one, you're probably gonna watch this one. Oh gee, Demon Sword Master of Excalibur Academy. Okay, do I have to talk about this? I have to talk about this. Okay, so I went into this not liking it right off the bat, but I'm like, I'll push through. It can get better. It not get better, and I dropped it at like 4 or 5 episodes because the plot was dumb, the characters were not interesting, and yeah, it was just sort of like very generic. It's supposed to be harem, but so far he only had 1 girl. That's it. It shows these other girls, but it's like they don't even interact with him. Oh yeah, and he's like a Shota or whatever, and I didn't like that either. So yeah, drop that. And Shangri-La Frontier. This one's still ongoing too. I thought this was gonna have 12 episodes. Probably gonna have 20. This is the other game anime compared to the other one. This one takes place purely in game with a few instances of like, oh no, there's 3 game ones. Right. It's. Let me get to that one. Okay. This one takes place mostly in-game with some like real-world stuff that isn't too important. But look, I'm gonna be completely honest with you. I went into this not even wanting to like it because I had my gripes with it, and I didn't like the main character's looks. It looks dumb. He has the bird head and shorts, and that's it. They explained why it happens, but for me, it was like, okay, this just looks dumb. The whole trash game stuff that happened in the first episode didn't really matter. And the game aspect of it was okay. I feel like some of it was very unrealistic, like how he finds a unique scenario and he wants to keep it to himself. When, like, let's be honest, not only would, if you would find that, you would post it on Reddit right away and you'd get that internet karma, obviously, right? Like, guys, find this cool, sweet scenario or whatever. This is how you trigger it. This is how I triggered it. And blah, and then it just happens. But this guy wanted to keep that secret. I never liked that they do that. I feel like it's unrealistic. Maybe for Japanese gamers, because they're a little more shy, but us, like, other gamers around the world, we would everybody would know. Overall, I'm enjoying it. Really enjoying it. It's kind of fun. I know it's supposed to be a game thing, and I'm a gamer, so. Okay, so I did finish the Attack on Titan thing, today. I know it aired about a month ago, and it kind of caught me off guard, but the heck, that's not Attack on Titan. Bro, those last two, it's technically just 2 episodes, 2 very long episodes of an hour. Holy crap, that was amazing. I know that this is like one of the big 7 or big 5 or whatever it is of anime, but the fact that this one actually ended, and it actually ended in a really cool way, and in a proper way, just goes to show how much dedication they put into this. With the author himself even like retconning some stuff officially, but he said it was to make it better. And I don't know how the manga went about it, but this ending was very satisfying. It was good. It was proper. Animation the whole way was freaking tastic, obviously. And I ate my fill. I had my cake and I ate it too. That's what this was, and it was awesome. It was, what, 10 years in the making? Yep, 10 years. 10 years of Attack on Titan came to a final conclusion, and amazing. Okay, Shy. I don't really know what to say about Shy. It was just kind of like superpower. It was a superpower anime, really, with some action into it. And I guess every few episodes they would focus on like a certain character. First they'd focus on Shy, then with Shy and like her friend, and then Shy and her, and then like that, and then the last one was Pepesha. And let me say, Pepesha is best girl. Drunk Russian superhero mommy is just next level. Other than that, there wasn't much plot really. It just kind of focused on like individual stories of the characters. Really, they didn't even really talk about this character. I think no character, but I feel like a second season would, yeah, it did get announced, so I'm definitely gonna watch that. It would definitely be bad if it would just end like that. I like the animation. The character design was really good, and yeah, I'm really looking forward to the next one. Can't really say much about it. Probably give it an 8. Your typical like superhero. The actual proper heavy hitter of the season, Frieren Beyond Journey. I have not caught up to this. I am 3 or 4 episodes behind, and this passed Full Metal Alchemist as the top anime of all time. It's the rating is that good, and that it actually surpassed. I can't really blame them. It's really good. The story isn't your typical fantasy crap, and it actually feels proper, like a proper like ending to a story, right? That actually ended, and you're watching the conclusion of it, like the after story. And it's so good. The interactions between the 3 characters is really nice. The world is very like fantasy, but it's not like you're over the top anime fantasy. It feels like an actual like it feels like a grounded world. And it's just so good. The animation is fantastic. The art style is good. Everything about this falls into place. The proper thing. It's Madhouse. Of course it's gonna be good. But this just went above and beyond. The rating is just right here. It's really low. It should definitely be higher than that. For me, it's a 10, even though it's not done yet. But I mean, at this point, it's already top of for everyone else, and for me, it's the same way. Spy Family season 2. If you watched the first one, you're gonna like the second one. That's all I gotta say about it. It's just funny the whole way through. There is a movie coming out, so yeah, I'm looking forward to it. It says 2023, but it hasn't aired yet. All that I've seen. It says December 22nd, but I haven't found it properly. Although I'm not gonna lie though, I feel like there was no plot progression in this one whatsoever. In a way, this did feel like almost filler, but not really. This was mainly less focused on Lloyd and mostly focused on Yor, I would say. Because the last 2 episodes were not really focused on anybody, but the ones in between were mostly Yor episodes, so that was... I felt like the plot didn't really go anywhere. Shield Hero Season 3. Okay, so this is definitely a step up from the second season. Second season was a little bit of a downgrade. I still enjoyed it, but this one was... It starts building up to hopefully the 4th season. Because I don't think they've announced the 4th one, because I feel like this one was more of a build-up season where like everybody's getting ready. You're gathering your friends, you're gathering your allies, you're stocking up, you're building up your proper forces to actually fight like the final boss, or in this case the next one. I don't know how many are left. The thing that I did not like about this was that even though some of the heroes did get their redemptions, yes, the fact that 2 of them were still getting tricked by mine pissed me off so much that it's like, even if you just came into this, you would not believe her at all. But somehow they did. It was so dumb. And I hated that, but everybody's good now. So now we just gotta fight the final boss. Tear Moon Empire. Tear Moon Empire. So this one was the second Lolly gets into a situation where she has to be as her way out of it. So main girl here is a rotten princess, and she gets beheaded by revolutionaries in the future. But then she goes back in time, wakes up with her head still intact, because I have a head, I'm young. And she still has the journal that she kept that details like her time while she was locked up, essentially. So then she's like, you know what? I gotta make sure this doesn't happen to me. So the whole plot, the plot of this is her trying to figure out how to not get executed. And it's done in a pretty funny way, and I liked it. This one was not really... It was very underrated, I would say. But it was pretty enjoyable. It did have comedy, and it is in fantasy world, but the fantasy aspect didn't really feel too out of place. So yeah, this one was nice and enjoyable. Okay, played through a certain dude's VR MMO life. So you know how I said that the game animes, right? This is the 3rd one. The first one I talked about with the esports one did the fact that they were actually playing a game the right way. Show that they were playing a game. Shangri-La Frontier changed that up a little bit, and it's like, okay, it still feels like a game, even though they're taking like some liberty with it. This one just felt like it was an isekai straight the whole way through. You see the main character in the real world, you see the main character in the real world one time, you don't even see his face, and that's it. So that already detracted me from the fact that this is a game. If this would have just been a fantasy or even an isekai, it would have worked better. But you can't tell me this is a game while not showing me parts of the real world and just staying to the game. And the game is just like, the plot is just, that makes no sense. It's more of a fantasy thing than in the video game. I know it's like, oh, but Buck, like, it's still supposed to be like enjoyable and stuff. It doesn't have to be just straight up a game. But it's like, yeah, I get it, but everything in this world is sentient and stuff. So that detracts it from being a game. And it's like, does it have to be a game though? You could have just done this the other way and it would have worked. Whatever, I'm just backtracking on what I keep saying. Anyways, I did not enjoy this one. I gave it a 5 because it was so boring. The characters were boring. The plot was boring. and it just didn't feel like a game. So yeah, I hate the VR MMO stuff so much. Tokyo Revengers, technically the 3rd season, right? It's 3rd season. I don't know why they even make it cheap. Okay, so the fact that the main character is in here and the cover is like, yeah, mainly about them too. So if you haven't seen the rest, obviously, spoil it. But the main character likes to get beat up a lot. Yeah, that's his main power. So it is sort of time traveler and stuff. Blah blah blah. I get over that, but I feel like this season took way too much, way too long. Like the main big fight took maybe the whole 13 episodes. Out of those 13 episodes, maybe like 2 or 3 were flashbacks in between, and the rest were just like they were in this shipping yard, in this container yard, fighting. And that was it took too long. It honestly took too long. And the main character did get beat up, but I mean, at least he's not that like dumb anymore. Actually, no, he was pretty dumb the whole way. Point is, plot actually progressed after that, and I don't know if there's gonna be a 4th season. Stakes are kind of high now because some stuff was revealed where it's like, oh, that wasn't what we really thought it was. So how are we gonna fix this? And it just kind of left like that. But yeah, it was okay. At least it wasn't a lot of the main character getting beat up the whole time, and it was sort of the whole actual plot going on. But still on the fence about Revengers. Okay, so I talked about it last time, and yes, I am a fan of Uma Musume. I love the whole horse girl racing aspect of it. And oh man. Okay, so I have my favorite horse girls that I like, my favorite characters. But oh dude, Kita-san Black this season was so awesome. She was so cool, dude. She definitely one of my top horse girls now. She's awesome. Not only is she like very spunky and like happy-go-lucky and stuff, but she was actually really good at her races. I think she ended up winning like, was it 8 G1s? And she had a whole, like, this detailed her whole career in the anime, obviously. Her whole career, and yes, spoiler, she does end up retiring, but it's because she reached her prime. So I did feel like that was really fast though, but oh man, it was so good. Love Kita-san now. There is gonna be a movie, I believe. Yeah, beginning of a new era. May 24th of next year. And yeah, I can't really say much about it. It was really fun. I really like watching Kita-san like go through the training and all that, and it was really cool. But yeah, if you're a fan of Uma Musume, horse girls and stuff, then yeah, obviously you're gonna watch. All right, Undead Unluck. It's taking a break. It's gonna be back next week. Yeah. So I don't know if I was gonna like this one or not by just looking at the cover and reading the synopsis, and then I watched the first episode. I'm like, bro, this is amazing. Look, I love the characters in this so much. Andy and her name's Fuko. They are so good together. They are so good. They're not actually like together as a couple, but Andy kind of wants that because of certain reasons. But yeah. So this one takes the supernatural and superpower stuff and turns it up to not even 11 anymore. This is like higher than that. And they really like the whole like I forgot what the talent. It's like the talents or the powers that people get like randomly, and it's how it's intertwined with the plot was so well done. The whole world building in this is really cool. This was probably one of the top sleeper hits for me. Definitely a 9. It's not over yet, obviously, but it's already good. Under Ninja, I did talk about how people said this one looked bad and was bad, and I did not watch it. Don't bother with that. All right, this one is technically an isekai, I believe. So, main girl Ray Taylor here gets reincarnated into as the protagonist of her favorite Otome game. And I'm like, right there, I had to pause. I'm like, wait, I've seen this plot like 7 times before. That's not, like, what can this one possibly do that's going to change it up a little bit? Well, instead of her going the regular Otome route, like the title says, she likes the technically the main character of the well, not, I wouldn't say the main character, like one of the main characters that isn't a male love interest. So it's like, oh, it's one of those. Yes, it is one of those, and it's hilarious. So the whole 13 episodes, 12 episodes, she's very clingy with Claire, and it's funny and it's worth it. At the end, it all comes together. You're gonna like it if you enjoy comedy, fantasy, not comedy, fantasy, comedy rom-com like stuff, right? That's also like Yuri, because it's pretty funny and it's done pretty well. The Yuzuki family's 4 sons. Okay, this one caught me a little off guard because I just saw it pop up and I'm like, oh, just watch it, why not? But this one's just, it's what it says. It's slice of life, and it is school, and it's related to the 4 brothers, and it's done, I would say, in a sort of realistic way. They feel like it's like an actual family. They care for each other, and it's just that the whole 12 episodes, and it's nice. It's very relaxing. That's really it. I can't give it. I probably can't really properly rate it because it's really dependent on if you like this kind of stuff or not. Because if you don't, you're obviously not gonna like it. But if you're like me, you're gonna enjoy it. So yeah. I don't know what the heck happened with Zom 100's last 3 episodes. I don't think they've released them yet. They did say. It did says the blah 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 blah, blah finale airs on December 25th, but I didn't see anything about it. So I'm not really sure if Zom 100 even technically concluded for us that we're watching it, but yeah. Okay, so this season was overall pretty good. I think there was only like a few anime that I finished and was like, okay, it was all right. And I did end up dropping a few and not watching a lot, but I think it was a pretty decent season. Yeah. Especially with some of the heavy hitters like Freerin, Arknights, you know. Some of the sleeper hits and stuff, like, yeah, pretty good season. All right, so that's done. Next, winter 2024. We'll sort it by title. Okay, let's take a calibration break. I'll change the English title. Screw it. All right, so start with the first one, 7, and I have no idea what any of these, like, I didn't look at to like any of these like titles that were going to be airing at all, so I have no idea what we're going into. Loop, seventh time loop. The villainess enjoys a carefree life married to her worst enemy. Duke's daughter has a secret. She died at the age of 20 and returned to the moment 5 years prior when her engagement was called off. She has already experienced time 6 times and lived out those 5 years a different way each time, as a merchant, a doctor, a maid, a knight, and more. Okay, I'm already liking this. Okay, now in her 7th go around, she's determined to live the ripe old age and spend it relaxing. But the moment she flees the castle with this in her heart, she runs to an improved crown prince, Rebel Kingdom. The one who killed her during her last life as a knight, but now he seems to have taken a bizarre liking to her and begs her to choose. Oh, okay, all right. In order to stay alive from the war. Oh, okay. So this one's giving me vibes of Tear Moon Empire, but this one's a time loop that's been done 7 times. Okay. All right, sounds interesting. I'm definitely gonna give that one a watch. A Sign of Affection. This one is romance. With these hands, I want to tell you that I love you. Yuki, a deaf college student, struggling helps her out. Isn't pulling off at all by her lack of hearing. Interacts with her naturally. As she Yuki begins to do things for you to tell me. So this one's just straight up romance. It seems with a girl with a disability. Cause deaf. Okay. All right, I could always watch a straight up romance. Banished from the hero's party, decided to look quite. Oh, this is getting a 2nd season. Ooh, I'm honestly surprised it's getting a 2nd season at all. The first one just kind of ended. Okay, so I'll talk about this one a little bit. The synopsis for the first one was that main guy here gets sort of kicked out of the heroes party because, like, I think the I don't see him on here, but one of the characters didn't like him, right? And he was sort of really into her, and that's the main guy's sister. She's like the hero. He sort of made it to get him kicked out, and he's like, all right, fine, have it your way. I'll just go to live in the countryside. And then he has like a chill life, but then like his sister finds out later that it's like, oh, you kicked them out of the party for this reason or whatever. Oh, I'm gonna go get them back then. And then by the end of the anime, she tries to come back and convince him, but he's sort of already living his quiet life. Actually gets into a relationship, and it's sort of like, I will definitely watch this. I'm not even gonna bother reading the synopsis. Kind of already know what's going on. Let me see what this is. Blue Exorcist is getting a news. Okay, I'm a little bit on the fence about this. I might not watch it because I did watch the first Blue Exorcist, and I think I watched the movie. But after that, I just sort of like got cut off from it, so I might not watch that. Oh, Bottom Tier Nozaki-kun's getting another season? Oh, dude. Okay, so bottom tier character Tomozaki-kun is... it kind of reminds me of Oregairu in the way that it's handling a lot of characters. I'll keep it short. So main character here is sort of like your typical gloomy, sort of like quiet loner type, right? But then he's a gamer, by the way. But then he meets main girl here. I forgot her name. Sorry. And they sort of hit it off. They meet up, and she's like, you know what? I can make you cool. I can make you change. I can make you like actually be popular. So that's like the plot of like most of the first season is her doing that. And she introduces her to a friend group, and they grow and stuff, and they're sort of interpersonal relationships and stuff. And that's really it. I don't remember it ending in a proper way, so I want to see where this goes. It was pretty enjoyable. I really liked it. So yeah, we're gonna watch that. Brave Bang Avern. No synopsis has been added to this title. Okay, but it looks like it's mecha. These guys look like they're wearing ballistic vests, and the Gundams or whatever these things are look pretty interesting. All right. No headlines. Oh, it's an original TV anime. It begins on January 11th. That game's announced. All right, I'll keep an eye on this one because I have no idea what this is, but it looks sort of interesting because these aren't your typical looking futuristic Gundam stuff. All right, it could be interesting. Buchugiri, another original anime. Arajin Tomoshibi's reunion with his old pal Matakara Asami takes an unexpected turn when they stumble into a brawl with the toughest guys in town. Just when you thought these could get weirder, Colossal Genie decides to drop in. Brace yourself for the ultimate showdown. It's martial arts and stuff, isn't it? It says delinquents. Those are usually pretty meh for me. NG Boys, Siguma Squad, Minato Kai. I might be one of those. I'll give it a shot, but I probably won't watch this. Burn the Witch number 0.8. Is this? What is this? Is this a second season to this, technically? Because this is on my watch list still. I didn't want. Oh. This might be a full-on anime, though. Okay, I'll try to catch up to Burn the Witch. Because I do have time, I think, this week and next week for a little bit. It's sort of like that dry period, you know? Chained Soldier. Two supernatural forces appeared simultaneously on Earth. Entrances to another dimension known as Mato and Peaches. Okay. Resources that give unique abilities to women from the Mato come Shuki, dangerous monsters that leave destruction in the wake. Stands weak. Sense against these creatures and blowing women, of course, I'm playing women empowered by Peaches. To face the monstrous threat. Yuki will go to watch these first clash from a distance, but he runs afoul of a Yomotsu Yuki. He's rescuing you. Oh man, the plot sounds very similar to the Excalibur Academy from last season. Yuki holds a unique power to make Peaches more effective. Oh man, I'm not liking this plot. Oh no. Wielding what? Oh, it's harem, ecchi, fantasy, supernatural. Ooh. Okay, I'll give it a shot, but just from reading that synopsis, I'm already off put. Because like I've seen this plot before. I'm guessing this is the guy they're talking about, and that's obviously main girl. Okay, I'll give it a shot, but I probably won't finish it. What the heck is this? Cherry magic, 30 years of virginity can make you a wizard. What? Oh, it's a BL one. Ooh. Isn't this just the other one? The My Boss is Goofy or whatever? This looks just like that. Yeah, I'm not even gonna bother reading the synopsis for this. Classroom of the Elite Season 3. Wow. It's almost like I got bored of the second season. I'm sorry, that one's just not for me. I just got really bored. Delicious in Dungeon. 2 cores back to back. So I'm gonna have 24. Okay. When young adventurer Laios and his company are attacked and suddenly thrashed by a dragon deep in a dungeon, the party loses all its money and provisions and a member. They're eager to go back and save her, but there is one problem. They set out with no food or coin to speak of. They're sure to starve on the way. But Laios comes up with a brilliant idea. Let's eat the monsters. Slimes, basilisks, and even dragons. None of them are safe from the appetites. Okay. Synopsis kind of threw me off a little bit, but I feel like this is throwing a bit of a twist on your typical like dungeon crawling anime and your like fantasy gourmet anime, because there are a few that are like isekai or like fantasy-esque that have to do with food, and this is combining those two, and I kind of like the sound of it, so this is probably gonna be good. All right, that was on my watch list for sure. Delicious monthly magazine. Very colorful characters. Story takes place in the town of Most City in a certain country. On the second floor of an old building, his publishing company puts a periodical delusional monthly magazine, a science magazine featuring articles and shocking, bizarre phenomena. Its staff consists of only a beautiful editor-in-chief and her one editor, Taraji Suzuki, who are joined by grade school age assistant Jiro Tanaka and his dog Saburi. Editorial room is always empty, and Taraji is usually hanging out in a rock cafe on the first floor. One day, this tells me nothing about the plot. I don't know. This looks almost like it's BL, but probably is not. All right, I'll give this one a shot. You probably could be a sleeper hit. Dr. Elise, the royal lady with the lamp. I feel like I've heard that name before. Making up for her sins in the past life as the evil princess Elise out gives her life saving most people as a doctor. Accident cuts her atonement short, and suddenly she's back to her previous life 10 years before her death. For foresight and medical brilliance. Oh. Interesting. Why does that look like the dude from Ouran High School Host Club? That is literally the same guy. Alright, I'll give it a shot. No promises though. I'm not gonna finish watching Dropkick because I watched the first season and just kind of got bored of it. I think there's a Fate Chibi. Firefighter Daigo's continuing, it seems. Fluffy Paradise. Each episode streams 1 week early in Japan. Okay. The dead of overwork at age 27, Midori barely had a time at the lament when God appeared before and said, "You will reincarnate another." It's an easy. Tell me whether you think humans deserve to continue existing there. I will grant you a special power. The Midori relieve her exhaustion and hardship she lived, found herself asking to cuddle cute fluffy. Thus Midori reincarnated in her world as a young girl named Nefertima, the power that causes her to be loved by all living things other than humans. That includes not only animals, but holy beasts like white tigers and dragons, and even monsters like goblins and frozen spiders. Goblins. But there are also cruel fate awaiting her. Nefertima is determined to do her best to coexist with humans, and only creature in her new life is... Okay, so it's an isekai with a bit of a twist where the gimmick is that... Oh, that's being... Here's a lolly. I don't like... Okay, but I'll watch it anyways. Interesting that it's a bit of an odd thing. Probably just gonna be like the palette cleanser this season. Rerun is continuing. Gushing over magical girl. Major fan of the magical girl protecting the city, so when she has the chance to become one herself, she lives the chance to her technical ranks, but when she transforms, she learns she isn't fated to be daring do-gooder, but rather a villain on the side. Oh, it's this one! I think I heard of this one. At first, she tries to quit earning years of local baddies, but then she clearly realizes she enjoys it and is a total natural at something, a tormenting magical girl. Okay, so this is a reverse magical girl where she's the bad guy. Okay, all right. I have heard of this one. I'll give it a shot. Oh, High Card's getting a second season. Ooh. Okay, so High Card came out last year, I believe. Oh, came out this year, earlier this year. Yeah, very early, like about a year ago almost. Okay, so High Card is very interesting in that it is a superpowered, supernatural like anime, but they get their powers from special cards. Like they have like a different there's like a whole like deck essentially of the cards, right? X-plane cards. And they basically are trying to get them all back because they belong to the king, and they got spread when they were stolen one time. So that's basically where that's the main premise of it. I don't remember too well where it left off. I might have to catch up on that, but the fact that it's continuing is pretty good because these types of like organized crime superpower ones are not really my forte, but this one was pretty well done. So yeah, the characters were good and the plot was pretty good. So I don't know who this guy is. I don't know who that guy is, but the other characters see here, especially Love P. Love P best. So yeah, gonna watch that. Hokkaido gals are super adorable. That's a title. Snowflakes aren't the only thing dropping in Hokkaido. So are Jaws, thanks to the super adorable gals who are turning the icy north into a hotbed of fashion and fun. Brace yourself for a winter storm of laughs, loves, and killer outfits. These gals prove that being cute is an all-season affair. Here, Frostbite meets Fashionista. Oh, okay, they didn't really tell me much. I mean, it's probably just gonna be a romantic something comedy. Doesn't say slice of life. Could be slice of life. Onan. I will watch this one obviously, but the plot doesn't really tell me anything. Oh, look, another isekai. Isekai Onsen Paradise. Or the very long Japanese title. The story centers around Yoshizuka Yukawa, a major hot springs fan. That's how I always Japanese in hot springs. Who finds hidden springs to revitalize the economy of the local area. However, he dies after falling off a cliff and is transported to an alternate world thanks to an Ari deity that harvests a small shrine nestled in the rocks. Together with an Ari's attendant brothers, searching for storied hot springs, only this time in the alternate world. Along the way, he ends up naked in a hot springs with furry ear girls and elven. Okay, so it's just gonna be a ecchi fantasy with the gimmick is the guy loves hot springs and he's gonna. Oh man, yeah, he looks very. Oh, the girls look pretty adorable though. Ooh. I like the art style. All right, I'll give it a shot. Ishura. I think that might be the name of a Yu-Gi-Oh card. In a world where the Demon King has died, a host of demigods capable of felling him have inherited the world. A master fencer who can figure out how to take out their opponents with a single glance. A lancer so swift they can bury a wyvern rogue who fights with 3 legendary weapons at once. An all-powerful wizard who can speak thoughts into being. An Ichidan Drake. Is this a D&D session? This sounds like a D&D session. Deals instant death. Eager to attain the title of true hero, these champions each pursue challenges against formidable foes and spark conflicts among themselves. The battles are in the mighty beings. Okay. Okay, the characters don't look like I thought they would. I'm like, oh, this looks very fantasy. Oh, what? Why do they look so modern and stuff? All right. Very interesting cast. Whoa. Oguri the Pelagic. Selkie the Swift. Okay, I like the premise of it. Pretty interesting. All right. I'll give Ishura a shot, obviously. Kingdom Season 5. I don't know about anything about Kingdom. Oh, MASH is getting a second season. I don't know if I talked about this last exam arc. But yeah, this is basically, I explained it last time, but this is just Harry Potter. If Harry Potter was kind of dumb, didn't have magic, and was a muscle freak. And that's it. Yeah. Everybody in this anime is pretty dumb, especially the main character. But it's just pure gag humor and parody. I'll give it that. We'll watch the second season, obviously. But oh boy. Eiji Geken 1874. Take another drink real quick though. Duration break. By 1874, 7 years have passed since the end of the samurai era. Former samurai Shizuma Orikasa works as a rickshaw driver in Tokyo while looking for his fiancée Sumine Kamonomata. Went missing during the Boshin War. Zuma thwarts an assassination attempt and joins the newly established police department, where he'll fight to stop Dark Forces from government. Wait, why is there more synopsis? 7 years after the end of the Emerson, former samurai pushes for 7 years of the... What the heck? 400cc, 255cc, 110cc. Okay, so it's historical samurai with a bit of... It looks like they're going to take some liberties. Or it might be straight up historical. Okay. I'll give it a shot, but no promises for that one either. Metallic Rouge. Not Rogue, Rouge. In a world where humans coexist... Oh, Studio Bones. In a world where humans coexist with androids called Neons, a group known as the Immortal Nine... That's been over. Rise up against society, tasked with disposing of the revolters, a Neon named Rouge Red Star, aka Red Rogue. Metal Rogue. And investigating them, they heads to Mars to track them down. But first, Rouge wants some chocolate. Say that she wants some chocolate, but I mean, she looks pretty chocolate to me. I'm gonna cancel. All right, art style looks pretty nice, and this, you know what this sounds like? This sounds like Blade Runner. This legit just sounds like Blade Runner, but a little bit of reverse. Instead of them coming to the planet and searching for them there, they're in a different planet and they're going to search for them there. All right, interesting, interesting. Mr. Villain's Day Off. An evil organization from other planets trying to take over Earth. An extraterrestrial form that organization named the General tirelessly fights against Earth's defenders every single day in a battle of life and death. However, today's his day off. This one just sounds like pure comedy. From the looks of it, it is. Alright. I'll give it a shot. My instant death ability is so overpowered, no one in this other world stands I'm guessing it stands a chance. This one's way too long. I didn't even... Fantasy Isekai. Alright. I'll bite. Awakening to absolute chaos and carnage while on his school trip, Yoigiri Tokato discovers that everyone in his class has been transported to another world. Okay, so the whole class gets Isekai. He had somehow managed to sleep through the entire ordeal, missing out on the gift, powers bestowed upon others by a mysterious sage who appeared to transport. Even worse, another class member was ruthlessly abandoned by their friends, left as bait to distract a nearby dragon. That sounds like a referetta because they kind of do that. Although not terribly bothered by the thought of dying, he reluctantly decides to protect his lone companion. After all, lowly level 1000 monster doesn't stand a chance against the secret power to invoke instant death with a single thought. If you can stay awake long enough to bother using it, that is. Okay, so it's another gaggy isekai with superpowers. Art style looks pretty good though. Alright. Looks like it might be a good balance of between males and females. You know what he kind of looks like? He looks a little bit. Huh. I hope he's not a Chunibyo. Please don't be a Chunibyo like Sid. Please actually be a proper character. I'll give it a watch. Because it sounds dumb, and I always watch the trash isekai. Onomichi. This anime is set in Hiroshima Prefecture's Onomichi City, where a high school student, Nashiko Jipensha, was kicked out of her house. Without a place to play with her friends, she learns that the mahjong parlor that her... Oh, it's some... Father used to run is now vacant. She fixes the mahjong parlor, turns into a place where she has have fun, cook tea. Oh. So it's just straight up slice of life. His art style does look a little familiar. And it's not one I really like. Studio OLM, what have they done? They've done Komi-san, they did Apothecary Diaries, they've done... Jeez, dude, they've done a lot of good stuff. They did a Summertime Rent. But the style doesn't even look remotely near that. It looks more like, oh, what was it? Wow, they did. I think they've done all the Pokemon. Yeah, they've done a lot of the Pokemon stuff. Jeez, dude. Oh, they did Odd Taxi. Zoom 11. This art style looks very reminiscent of something else, where it's like, I don't like it too well because it's a little bit too weird looking. I'll give it a shot. Sounds interesting. Ragnarok Crimson is continuing, of course. Sasaki and Peeps. Sasaki's a middle-aged office worker living in Japan. Aren't every characters that? Being drained by the vapid corporate world, he heads to the pet shop in search of a new companion, where he finds an adorable bird named Peeps and takes him home. But Sasaki learns that Peeps isn't your average burb. He's a powerful mage from another world. The bird got isekai'd, reverse isekai'd. Okay, together they embark on a magical adventure filled with swords and sorcery. But he's still in our world, right? Or maybe not. Maybe he gets isekai'd. They didn't say anything about that. Yeah, it doesn't say if this is an isekai or not. Okay, I'll give it a shot. Sounds pretty funny. Sengoku Yoku, recourse series. Oh no. Factions, humans, and monsters over this. Okay, I don't think I might even bother with this one. I don't really deal with these too much. Basically, just looks like Discount Inu-Yan. Shaman King of Fly. Is this a second season of one of these? Shaman King? Yeah, it's a Shaman King. Shangri-La Frontier is continuing. Snack. Basu. No synopsis. But art style looks pretty derpy. Okay, this one looks like it just might be like a dumb fun kind of one. Straight up comedy. Okay, I'll see what's up with it. Oh, Solo Leveling is finally getting its anime. Jeez, dude, I've been hearing about this anime for years. Okay, I kind of want to go into this one blind. I don't want to read the synopsis. This has been so hyped up. 2024 on air. Yeah, I think this is supposed to be a I don't think this is an isekai. I think this is just straight up fantasy. Even though the guy looks like he can. Okay, fine. I'll read the synopsis. Never mind. That didn't really tell me anything. Okay, well, obviously this is gonna be the heavy hitter of this season. Obviously, it's been hyped up for years, so I'm hoping it lives up to it because I was starting to like worry it wasn't even gonna come out. So yeah. Ooh, Sinduality Noir is hitting a second core. Okay. So I don't know if I talked about that last time, but this one had a pretty odd take on mecha. And it was pretty cool. It was done pretty cool. And I did like it. So happy that's continuing because it just sort of... I sort of felt like it was supposed to have a second core, but it just never aired. But alright. That's continuing, alright. Tales of Wedding Rings. Sato is a high school boy in love with his best friend Hime and an earthly beauty from another realm. So when she moves back to her homeworld to get married, Sato doesn't think twice. He follows her and crashes the wedding. Oh. Then after a kiss from Hime, he suddenly becomes the new groom. But here, Hime is the ring princess and her husband is destined to be the ring king. Fear of immense. Okay, so it's an isekai. Already right off the bat. Main character obviously looking pretty generic, so you could self-insert yourself. Ooh, we got some pretty interesting characters though. Alright. I'll give this one a shot. Alright. Apothecary Diaries is continuing. That looks like it's one of those million episode ones. The Dangers in My Heart's getting a second season. So that's cool. It's continuing. This one's yeah, romantic subtext comedy. It's really nice. So the synergy between these two is amazing. Go watch it, please. The Demon Prince of Momochi House. You must not look at me! On her 16th birthday, Himari suddenly receives a will and inherits the Momochi House. With the help of a map, she arrives at the Momochi House only to encounter a mysterious boy named Aoi, along with its residents, Ukraine. It appears the house is built on a space between the human world and the spiritual realm. On top of that, Aoi gave her the house who seems to be keeping it. Japanese style demon fantasy. Okay. So this is one of those, I think this might be a reverse harem. This is one of those, hey, I'm gonna go to this place, but someone's already there and it's supernatural, or sort of. That needs to be a category because I see that way too often. Right. I'll give it a shot, but no guarantees. Fire Hunter Season 2, don't know what that is. The Foolish Angel dances with... What? Determined to protect his demon angel. Why is there a lot of this crap going on, dude? Worse than Isekai at this point. Demon heads to Earth in search of a charismatic human to rally his kin. Masquerading as a high schooler for his recruitment mission, he's captivated by lovely Lily Amane, but in his turn for Wallace's arch nemesis angel, she's set up. I'll bite and I'll watch it, but this just sounds like, is that Oh, I thought that was a girl with big boobies. I forget her name. Okay, this sounds a little generic. Not generic, but it's like I've seen this plot before, so it's like I don't know. The Legend of Super Normal Priest Chiba. No synopsis. Comedy fantasy. Oh, there's so many okay, this tells me nothing, so I'll have to wait on that. The strongest tanks labyrinth raids a tank with a rare 999 resistance skill. I can't even finish the freaking title. Resistance skill got kicked from the hero's party. So this is basically ripping off the other one. Okay. So this is basically shield hero if he was super strong. Then he gets kicked out of the party. And he just... Man, be more original, please. I'm sick of reading the same synopsis for the same thing every season. Rudd is the tank of the hero's party, said to have the highest defense even in history. Labyrinth raids, but to Rudd, it means the more just a raid. It cures beloved sister's illness. Special rule granted treasure get hidden in those labyrinths. Familiar arrogant hero kicks him. Party for a successful raid attempt, blaming it on his skills. Hoses effect he's still unaware of, with nowhere else to go. Does returns to his hometown where sister is waiting. So this is literally the plot of the other one. As whether he saves a girl who is being attacked by a monster unexpectedly. This girl extremely their kill appraisal. Second skill was able to discover the truth behind his unknown skills, which turned out powerful skills with defense 999 powerful skills using. Okay, I guess it does change it up a little bit, but it's like I've heard this plot before. The unwanted undead adventurer. Renta find man, there's a lot of anime this season. Man. Renta Fine has hunted monsters for the last 10 years. Sadly, he's not great at his job. Stuck hunting blinds and goblins for a few coins each day. His luck turns when he finds an undiscovered path. The path's end. He meets his demise in the maw of a legendary dragon, but he wakes up as an undead bag of bones. Sets out to achieve existential evolution and rejoin the land of the living. Okay. Ooh, wow. That's like a mix of Goblin Slayer and Ainz. That looks cool. All right. Undead adventurer. Okay, all right. You have my interest. The weakest tamer began a journey to pick up... So you're telling me that this guy's gonna pick up a isekai? This one's also an isekai. Dang it, dude. Why? This one has so many compared to last season. In Ivy's world, stars are everything. She's a tamer born to subdue monsters and animals, but she was also born starless. With her life in danger, Ivy flees into the forest where she befriends a weak little slime named Sora, the one creature she can tame. Together, the unlikely pair set off on a journey, salvaging rubbish to survive. Along the way, they'll win hearts, evade danger, and discover there's more to the starless Ivy than me. So it's a story fantasy adventure then. Aww, she's adorable. Okay, I'll give it a shot. Wow, that looks really good. Who's the studio doing this? Studio Masket. What have they done? Oh, this is their first thing. Founded in 2017, but this is only thing on the list. Okay. All right, I'll bite. The Witch and the Beast. They'll started with the 17 origin. Powers were passed down to the individuals who still exist around the world today. A man carrying a coffin. A girl with the eyes of a... Wait. Is this the second season of anything? No. Man carrying coffin and a girl with the eyes of a beast. I've heard that before. That's literally... Was that Sunday Without... Sounds very similar. The girl was once cursed by a witch and now searches for her in order to undo the curse. And this is the witch who appears before them, the quarry they've been searching for. And how can curse be done? This quest for revenge against the evil witch. When the beast captures the witch, this magnificent and intense story has begun now. Like very sharp, very dark, very green. Okay. I'll give it a shot too. Doesn't really sound like my type of candy bar, but okay. The wrong way to use healing magic. Okay, very interesting poster. Is that a Digimon? What the? This looks like it's like 7 different anime mashed in one. That is literally a Digimon. An ordinary walk home from an epic journey for Usato after suddenly being dropped into another world. How many isekais do we have this? And yes, I'm gonna watch them all. That's the worst part. Usato learns he was summoned there by accident, but things turn around. He discovers a unique aptitude for healing magic. Ooh. Now he trains beyond human limitation. He's self-healing abilities to gain observed strength and a rebel stat. Okay, that didn't really tell me much. I heard this plot last season. Tis time for torture, princess. A princess held captive, subjected to merciless torture by Hell Horde. I'm guessing they torture her by feeding her food. Okay, these posters are completely different. Okay, I'll give this one a shot. This one looks like it's just pure fantasy. One of those gourmet ones. Oh, right. Tsukimichi Moonlit Fantasy was getting a second season. This one came out freaking 2 years ago. And I hardly don't remember anything other than the goddess that summoned him to this world called him ugly and banished him. And he's like, all right, fine, I'll just live my life and do whatever. And then he recruits like characters and stuff. It was actually pretty good. It was a sleeper hit for me. Yeah, yes, it's easy. I'm definitely gonna give this a shot, and it's gonna be 2 cours back to back. Cool. All right. What say you to the Undead Unluck? Another. Why do they keep doing this too? All right, so they have the dumb isekai stuff, right? With the dumb long titles, but why is it always like level 99999 or this or that, like, or level 1 or level 0? It's like it's either they're really powerful or really weak, but they're secretly powerful. Like, just Japan. Look, I love you guys. You guys got me out of my depression, okay? You guys make awesome stuff, all right? But you gotta let this go. You gotta let go of the same generic sounding crap, please. Yes, I'm gonna watch it anyways, though. What is this? Illness level 99, maybe the hidden boss, but I'm not the demon lord. Humalia Dolkness. I'm gonna call her Darkness. Is your run-of-the-mill villainess in an Otome RPG? Oh, it's one of those. Oh, except for the fact that she's also secretly overpowered hidden boss. Huh? Humalia wasn't always Humalia you see. In her past life, she was nothing more than an introverted college student. They're all introverted college students and devout gamers, though. When she realized that she'd been reincarnated as a hidden boss, she determined to steer clear of the protagonist and avoid her demise with their hands. It's the Otome plot. I'm gonna just call this one the Otome plot because it's always the same one. What she wants is a nice, quiet life. Too bad when her gamer instincts kick in, Yumelia can't just ignore her awesome stats. A girl's gotta grind. So with plenty of time at her hands before starting life at the academy, she gets a little carried away and maxes out her level at 9. Everyone else finds out they get the wrong idea about her power. Now they think she's the hardest OP villainess. Okay, and also I'm gonna guess that her whole gamer thing is that she just plays visual novels. It always is. I don't get why. It always is. Oh boy. Okay. I'll bite because I always watch these Otome villain ones. And actually she looks cute. Alright. And that will do it for this season. Wow. That was a lot of complaining, wasn't it? That was definitely a lot of complaining. Buck. Why are you complaining about the isekais when you watch the isekais? Well, thing is, I don't know. Actually, I could have put dark. Doesn't matter. But yeah, I watch the trash so that when my friends ask me about it, when we see memes about it, I tell them, no, this is trash, don't watch it, or yes, this is good, watch it. Or I'll prank them and be like, yes, it's trash, actually watch it. Okay, so this season looks like it's just packed with a lot of... It's 50-50. There's a lot of like school and comedy stuff, which there's usually a lot of. And the other half is pure fantasy and isekai, but mostly isekai compared to last season. Okay. I see a severe lack in military stuff. There always is. Maybe that one mecha one, though. That one mecha one looks like it might be military. No guarantee. Sadly. I don't know about this season. I'm a little torn right now about this season. Looking like it's gonna be a cold winter. Luckily for me, I got my winter outfit and I got my onesie. Alright, so that'll probably do it then for the seasonal roundup and watch list for winter. Oh boy, this is gonna be something else. This is gonna sucks because I do have a lot of other stuff to catch up on. Stu, I'm watching some stuff with Derek, and I'm watching some stuff with French, and I'm still watching some stuff on my own. Luckily though, since all the big stuff is out of the way, including Christmas, I will be continuing normal like scheduled streams, normal scheduled content. Do have some stuff planned. Can't really say anything about it. I'll probably do an announcement on New Year's or whatever. But yeah. Thank you for everybody that came to watch this. Anybody that is gonna watch this later on. And yeah, I'll do it. Now, thank you for watching. You're all fantastic. Yeah, look out for the schedule. Probably posted on Saturday. I'm probably gonna mess. Whatever. Thank you for watching. You're all fantastic. See you next stream. Oh, guys, why is it? Every time it's the guys. Why?